We had a nice quiet night here on the visitors' pontoon in Dartmouth, and we're all geared up for our next trip further west along the south coast. But before we go, come and have a look at this lovely little boat. She's named Diana and was designed by Harrison Butler. When I started cruising in the 1970s, this was a typical cruising boat. The owner kindly let me step aboard so that I could video the interior. This is Alan, and we're on board his boat Diana, which is a Harrison Butler, and really brings back some memories for me. Here's that's Taylor, isn't it? Taylor's pressure cooker, paraffin pressure cooker. And what we got underneath? Oh, look at that!
And a cool box.
A paraffin stove and even a paraffin heater. This just brings back so many memories. Our plan today is to sail down to Plymouth, though the wind is not that favourable, so we might only get as far as Salcombe. We've left Dartmouth. There's the day mark on the hill, and we're progressing along Slapton Sands, which is here, on our way to Start Point. When I told Bill we were sailing alongside Slapton Sands, he told me about the terrible tragedy that happened during the Second World War. Bill knows these sort of things. Just before D-Day, Slapton Sands was used by the American forces to practice the invasion of Normandy, as it was very similar to Utah, the beach that the Americans were scheduled to invade. During a large-scale dress rehearsal, the practicing fleet was intercepted by German E-boats. They were totally unprepared. Several vessels were sunk and nearly 1,000 servicemen were killed. It was called Exercise Tiger, and you'll find more information on the internet. I'll put some links in the description below if you're interested. Wind's pretty much on the nose, and at the moment we're heading into Start Bay, and eventually we're going to tack out to get round Start Point, which is over there. We're just going past Start Point with Prawl Point beyond it, and we're about to tack, and that will take us just offshore of the other headland. Here we go, sailing at its best with about 14-15 knots of wind, and we're doing nearly 5 knots. Hard on the wind at the moment, gradually getting away from Dartmouth. It's been a bit of a chore tacking backwards and forwards, but we're almost clear of Start Point and Prawl Point and the other points beyond it, and we're just going to have something to eat. Marks and Sparks high quality sausage rolls with some tomatoes, just in case those of you are interested in the culinary delights of Zephyr IV, and then we're going to tack and head off down to Plymouth. We've given up on the possibility of going to Plymouth tonight, and so we're going into Salcombe. This is Prawl Point with the National Coast Watch room at the top there, and we're just about to turn down into Salcombe. Yeah, I'm just looking. Yeah, we're almost round Prawl Point. We just cheated a bit with the engine here just to get round the corner. The wind has been pretty much against us all day. Another nice westerly coming in behind us. Working our way in through the outer entrance of Salcombe, and just beginning to see the town up on the hill. We'll be in there soon. We're at the top of the bag in Salcombe, north of all the moorings, and anchored in a lovely little spot, apparently in good holding ground. And that's a bit more of Devon away in the distance. Lovely, lovely evening. Good morning. We're in Salcombe, or in the bag at Salcombe, anchored at the top of the river, and it is truly lovely. We've just had breakfast. We're sitting out here with a cup of coffee. The wind's starting to fill in. Unfortunately, it's going to be from the west. Looks like it's going to be a nice day. There's Bill in his sailor hat and everything else, so it looks good. Here comes the friendly harbour master, just checking we're still alive because we paid yesterday. Lovely, lovely job that must be in this time of the year, but not so clever in the winter. And now we're making our way out of Salcombe, accompanied by several boats, some more interesting than others. You can see, no wind, absolutely flat, so we're motoring now. Here we are on the chart plotter. Here's Salcombe we've just come out of, and we're just going around this headland. Here's this mess over here is Plymouth, and we've got the autopilot tracking us to this point just outside for now. This is Bigbury Bay, as you can see, and we're doing 3 knots over the ground and 3.8 boat knots at the moment with negligible wind. Well, life is good on the good ship Zephyr IV. We got 15-16 knots of wind now. We're doing a steady 4 knots or a bit more to windward, and Bigbury Bay is behind me. That's the land you can see behind me, and we're about 10 miles away from Plymouth in a nice gentle breeze. It's just perfect. We're zapping along really nicely now. 6 knots and probably about 7 miles to go to Plymouth. The wind's picked up to 16 knots, which is fabulous. Really enjoying this. Here we are, 6 knots, and I'm making ham sandwiches for lunch. We're still getting along well and starting to bear away to go into Plymouth itself. The big rock over there is called the Great Mewstone, and the smaller one to the left is called the Little Mewstone. That's logical, isn't it? We're in Plymouth Sound now. The harbour is protected by a long breakwater, which is very obvious on the chart, but a lot less so in real life. I hope you can see it. We're going into the harbour round the west end, just past the lighthouse. The wind's got up a bit and it's a bit choppy out here. This building is Fort Picklecombe, one of Palmerston's follies. It's actually in Cornwall, though Plymouth, which is very close, is in the county of Devon. You can find more about it on the web. I'll enclose a link in the description below. Perfect peace in here. A little bit of a swell, but not much. The barrier's working very, very well. Now we're inside the harbour. We're heading to the Mayflower Marina. We'll pass to the west of Drake Island here, through this small channel marked by piles on each side. Two more sailing boats following us through. It's quite narrow, but no problem at all. And this is Drake Island over there. Come into view in a minute. There it is. And here's Zephyr IV tucked up against yet another pontoon, this time in the Mayflower Marina. Well, that's it. All safe and sound in Plymouth. Tomorrow we're meeting friends and doing a bit of sightseeing, and that will be in our next video. I do hope you'll join us. Bye for now.